Hi, my name is Patricia and this is going to be my second video on this channel. Today I'm going to be telling you guys about my experience in a mental hospital, psychiatric hospital, behavioral health hospital, whatever you want to call it. I've been to the hospital 3 times in my life. 2 of them were actually in the past 2 months, so I'm going to be more focusing on those experiences. And I'll tell you what was different, what was similar between those experiences too. So I'm going to start off with getting admitted. You can be admitted 2 ways, either through the ER or you can just go right in and admit yourself there. So the first time I was admitted through the ER, the second time I admitted myself voluntarily, and the third time I was admitted through the ER. So I've done both. And they're pretty different, at least for being admitted. So if you just go in, then you're going to be sitting in this room. They take all your stuff from you because of HIPAA laws. So even if you're like coming with somebody to be assessed, they're gonna take all your stuff, your phone, everything, and you just have to sit in this room for, it can be up to like 8 hours. It's crazy. Like the wait times are crazy. So that's why most people try to go through the ER, because then you don't have to wait as long. So the second time I was admitted, I was voluntarily taken, or I was voluntarily admitted. So I just went in there and I just sat down, you know, got assessed, and then it would take like about 3 hours, give or take, and then they finally admitted me. The third time I was admitted through the ER as well. And so the first time I went to the hospital was for suicidal ideation, and that was in like 2018. And then recently I actually was detoxing off of meth. So I went to the hospital to detox. And then the last time was due to an overdose, which was pretty recent. It was on Mother's Day, so pretty recent. But each experience was different, so I'm gonna go through that. So the first one was pretty much, I don't really remember much about it, but it was pretty much similar to my experiences this time. There was nothing too different about it. And then when I went in recently, I actually realized, because so when you first come in to the unit, they are gonna make you strip, and they're gonna do like a strip search. They're gonna make you squat and cough, which is like the most humiliating thing, to be honest with you. Probably the worst part. But anyways, so I actually realized that they were having me change. They're supposed to have you change in the bathroom and like strip search you in the bathroom, but they were having me just stand in the room where there's a camera. So that kind of like pissed me off a little bit, to be honest with you. And then after that, they're gonna show you your room. And so basically you're gonna be put onto a unit. And on the unit, there's a nurse's station, which is like a little round like thing. And it's kind of like at the center of the little bubble type thing. And then there's gonna be a day room, which is like a TV room, like a TV, a bunch of chairs, and then there's a quiet room, which just has tables and stuff. And so then there's a long hallway, there's like the phones, and then there's the rooms. And in the rooms, there's 2 beds, a desk, and then a bathroom. And like there's like a mat that's like the door for the bathroom. It's like a mat that like has Velcro on it. And then in the bathroom, there's a mirror, a toilet, and a shower. And these past 2 times I went, I was also during quarantine, so that was also very interesting. I want to talk about that at the end of the video too. But after you get your room shown, the bed's usually already made for you, and the bedding, it's like a slab, like it's like a very thin mat, not the most comfortable. The last time I was there though, I actually got a hospital bed, and those were pretty comfortable. They just didn't have anything else available, and I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty comfortable. But the regular ones, not so comfortable. They give you like thin blankets. You get like 1 like pillow. It sucks, but it's whatever. It's doable. And so then after that, they're pretty much gonna let you be on your own. I mean, you have things that you're scheduled for the day, but the only thing they really can force you to do is eat and take your medicine. They can't force you to go to group. They can't force you to go to rec. They can't force you to do anything. And so basically I'll go through like the day in a mental hospital. So basically they're gonna take your blood pressure like every morning. So usually it's at like 5 a.m. So they're gonna wake your ass up, take your blood pressure, and some people can go back to sleep. I was not one of those people, so After they did that, I would wait for the first smoke break, which was at 6 a.m. So then we go off, then they yell like smoke break, like super loud. And so like that also might wake you up, because people will get pissed if they don't wake them up for the smoke break, because people want to get as many smoke breaks in as they can for the day. But basically I would go out for the smoke break, and then I'd come back in and I would try to go back to sleep, probably couldn't. So I would just pretty much sit around, wait for it to be breakfast, which was at like 7:45. And usually you go to the cafeteria, but because I went during quarantine, we had the food being taken to us. So we would all just sit in the day room and eat it. And the food, I've heard from people saying it's just a step up above jail food. It's pretty gross, to be honest with you. Like, it's pretty gross. Like, I understand we're not at a 5-star hotel, but pretty disgusting. The first time I was there, I was vegan and it was a lot better, but I think if I ever go again, I'm just gonna tell them I'm vegan, because the food was not that good. And so then after breakfast, you have like skills, and they call it skills, but really what it is they give you paper and it asks you a couple questions like, how are you feeling today? Rate how you feel today. Are you feeling like hurting yourself or others today? How's your relationship improving with your family? What was your goal for yesterday? Did you complete your goal? What's your goal for today? What medications are you on? How are you feeling with your medications? And then that's it. And then after that, we wait for a group. So every day there is a group. It's the only group you get. It's for an hour. And that's at like 10. So usually I just like watch TV in the day room, wait around, maybe take a shower. And then in the group, we would basically, it was like, it's hard because you don't really get in depth, because you're just, people are in and out all the time. So there's not really like, you're not comfortable sharing too much. But it was pretty good, helpful, you know. Just I wish there was more therapy. That's one of my biggest complaints about the hospitals. I wish there was more therapy, but not really. That's the only group you get a day, and it's only in there for an hour, and you don't really get any depth because you don't really, nobody feels comfortable. So after a group, then you have a lunch, which is, I want to say it's around 11:45. And then after lunch, they switch it off. So like every other day it's yoga and meditation, and then every other day it's rec. So if you go to rec, you go to the gym, you get to like color. They have a Wii, you can play basketball, you can play football even, I think they have footballs. And they put music on, and it's actually really fun and really like therapeutic, honestly. Like getting out, because it's like the thing I look forward to. And it was really nice. I actually really enjoyed going to rec. And then on the other days that we didn't do rec, we would do yoga meditation. And so, I mean, I like it, but it was just hard sometimes to focus. But we would do yoga meditation. They'd bring us like aromatherapy. It was really like nice. And then after lunch is dinner. So you have that whole stretch until dinner. And again, you're just doing nothing. You can play games. I think they let you take game boards. You can have a book. You can color, but the markers suck. That's pretty much it. You can watch TV. Talk to people. Usually I would just talk to people. People would just share their experiences, their stories. We all kind of like learn from each other. If people all want to be there, then usually you don't end up talking about it anyways. But so then you wait for dinner, which is at like, I want to say like 5:45. And then after dinner, you have another long stretch until meds. And you also get snacks. You get like a snack after each meal. So like 2 hours after each meal, you get a snack. They're like oranges, bananas, nothing too great. Fritos. I don't like Fritos. I'm the only one who likes Fritos, but whatever. And then after dinner, you wait for medicine, which is at 9. So then they'll wake you up. Like if you're sleeping, they're gonna wake you up. Oh, you also take your medicine in the morning, my bad. You take your medicine at like 9. Yeah. And then they make you like take the medicine, they check your mouth, you know, normal stuff. But then after that, and then there's like, I think one last smoke break at the end of the day. So there's like a smoke break to start the day. The last one's at like 10, and then after that, I think lights out is at like 11. So if you're up past 11, you can sit out, but you can't have the TV on, you can't have the games, you can't color, you have to just be sitting there. So they basically want you to go to bed. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. You'll be meeting with like psychologists, I think it's like a therapist, psychiatrist every day, case managers, stuff like that. But there's not much therapy. That's my biggest complaint about inpatient, is the lack of therapy. and the lack of like, you're not really getting anything, you're just sitting around. And for me, this past time I was so antsy, like it was terrible. The medication was making me really restless that I was on, and it was honestly one of the worst experiences I've ever had. So that was a little rough. But other than that, I think it's a really good, useful tool if you need to, you know, keep yourself safe. Definitely, I would suggest anybody who feels they need to go, just go. Your safety is more important. Your life is more important. And that's like what I need to realize too. But yeah, so definitely think that hospitals vary, and then plus it's kind of weird because it's also like the rehab, it's the same exact program, like nothing changes. So when I went to detox off of meth, like it was the same exact thing. And honestly, detoxing off of meth was not hard at all. I don't know if it was because I was just ready or I have no clue, but like I didn't feel, I mean, maybe I just didn't notice the withdrawal symptoms, but I wasn't feeling many at all. And basically the last time it was for a suicide attempt, so overdose, so I was out of it the first couple of days. But yeah, I was there for a little bit longer because I had just been there. But yeah, I think that also it being quarantine is very interesting, and I have a couple complaints because social distancing was not being taken place. It was impossible. All they do when you're walking outside the building, they like do like the typical, like take your temperature, ask you the questions, but other than that, that was it. So like if somebody was non-symptomatic, you were in there with them and they were your roommate, you'd have to share a shower. Oh, let me bring up the showers. The showers suck because they have a button, and you press the button and the water will stay on for like 10 minutes and then it'll shut off again. And then they don't give you your own like toiletries, so you have to like go up and get this like gross soap. They have conditioner, but you have to bring the bottle back up. They have deodorant, but it's like rolling and it sucks, you have to bring it back up. And then they have lotion. And the first time I was there, they didn't even have conditioner, so we'd have to use the lotion as conditioner. The hairbrushes are like a joke too. Better off the comb. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just think it was interesting being there in quarantine. People were not quarantining. People were not quarantining at all. Like, you couldn't. It was impossible, which was kind of scary. And now I'm doing IOP, intensive outpatient, and even then we don't quarantine, and it kind of sucks. I really, really like wish that we would follow those precautions a little, like follow the precautions. I don't understand, but my mental health, I'm just trying to do what's best for me right now. You know, anyways, but yeah, so for anybody who's thinking about going, who feels they need it, feels unsafe, please go. Please get the help that you deserve. And even if it's not really helpful, they have great outpatient programs. Like I've learned so much in outpatient, and I've only been there for 2 weeks. You learn more in one day of outpatient than you do your whole stay. So definitely your stay is important and you'll learn a lot, but definitely look into outpatient because that's where you're gonna really learn a lot of things. And that's where you're gonna really see a change in your life. And that's what I'm starting to see, a change in my life. So I just wanted to make this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Let me know if you have any like thing you want me to talk about. And yeah, thank you.